Alrighty, I am back, and I've got my cube steaks cooked, I've got my onions caramelized, and I've got my rice cooked, which I did that while I was away. I used my wonderful rice cooker that goes right into the microwave. Wonderful invention. So much easier. You just stick 1 cup of rice, 2 cups of water in there, because we're making 4 servings. Now, the rice has come out of the microwave and it has sat for a few minutes. So, I am ready now to put a little bit of seasoning in it. I'm going to put some cracked black pepper, a little bit of kosher salt. Now this salt is sea salt, and it also has a little Himalayan sea salt in it. That's the pink sea salt, and it's very, very good. Okay, then I'm going to stir that up. And let's just mix this up. The seasoning's in there. That can sit for just a few more minutes. Okay. I've got my cube steaks on a plate. I've got my caramelized onions in a bowl. And I've taken my pan off of the heat to let it kind of cool down for just a minute before I put it back on the heat. And now I'm going to take my beef broth that I made. I make this with better than bouillon beef base. I like it better than bouillon. And with the beef broth, it's kind of aggravating that, you know, you buy way more than what you're going to need. Now, what I'm doing now is I'm stirring this and I'm deglazing the pan. And I'm going to let this cook down. And some of these onions that had stuck a little bit, now they're coming loose. And you can use a spoon or you can use a whisk, whatever you're comfortable with. I just use whatever is handy. Probably going to switch over to the whisk. Now the spoon works better. And again, you just use whatever works for you. And I'm letting this cook down and reduce just a little bit. I didn't need to put any flour in this because all the oil that I had put into the pan had been cooked between the steaks and the onions. There was no more oil left in the pan. So there was no reason to put any flour in here. Okay. Got that stirred really well. Got it deglazed really well. So now I'm just going to let that boil for just a minute. Cook down. And while that is reducing, we're going to plate up this dinner. I have to go get my plates from my friend because I took them dinner last night. So I live in an RV, and so I don't have an awful lot of storage, so I only keep service for 8. Alrighty, we're going to take, and first of all, we're going to put a little bit of the rice on the plate. Again, we made 4 servings, so I'm going to take about 1/4 of the rice. Set that in the middle. I'm going to take one of the cube steaks, and I'm going to lay it right across that. I'm going to take about 1/4 of the caramelized onions. And I'm going to spread that across the top of this cube steak. Okay. Alrighty. Now I'm going to turn this off because it's reduced down really well. And it is about perfect. So now I'm going to take and spoon some of this sauce onto that across the top. I'll take a couple more of these onions and put them right across the top of that, just for looks. Got some of the rice up in here. I don't want that on top, so I'm going to set it down here on the bottom. I'm going to grab a towel because I have been forgetting to take pictures of these so that when I put them on my blog, I have a picture to go with them. So now I'm just plating this. And this is our cube steak and brown gravy dinner. Let me unplug here. I've got this on a charger. Everything's hanging up there. There we go. I just love having a teeny tiny kitchen. Okay. And that is our dinner. Now, let me get around here. That is our dinner. So, bon appetit for this evening. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will be back to make a pork steak meal tomorrow or the next day. Have a great evening.